Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 2024 love reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All the good things that YouTube likes. So, thank you so very much for doing so. So, let's see what the cards have to say. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay, fantastic. We are crowned with the King of Cups. That's water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. But this is also love energy. This is healing energy. This is connective energy. This is rising above the tumult and the chaos of the world and really moving forward and being the example that you want to be, like moving forward in the way that you want and in what you desire in your own life. Now, here is justice reverse. Now, this is Libra energy. So, if we have Libra in our chart, if we have Libra in our life, we might find this energy to be a bit difficult. But it can also be that we've met with a lot of heartbreak when it comes to love, a lot of pain, a lot of disappointment. Things haven't necessarily been fair. And it doesn't have to be a lot. When Spirit says a lot, it just means it has heavily impacted our soul and it has weighed on us. So, this is going to be a time where we're looking at things. And even though we're moving forward in love and embracing love and also connecting with that sacred masculine energy of love, which might be something that has been difficult for us, personally or in a connection with another person, we are going to find that there's just a sense here as well that, like, not everything is fair. And even though we know that cognitively, it's a hard pill to swallow. It really is a hard pill to swallow. With the Four of Cups, we are so fixated on looking at things one certain way. That's how we are as human beings. We get it in our head. We need things to be one certain way. And Spirit is going to be handing us a gift. But it's going to take us out of our comfort zone. It's going to take us down a path we hadn't expected. It is going to feel like a burden when it first comes. And that's something we have to be aware of. It moves us to the Six of Swords. Now, the Six of Swords is interesting because the Six of Swords here is reversed. So we're not really listening to our angels, to our spirit guides. We want to move forward. But yet there's that heavy mist around us. Here, they're moving into the mist of Avalon. They're moving into the unknown, the questioning. And we're going to see that for ourselves. We're moving into the unknown and the questioning. But instead of, being cautious, going slow, because when there's a lot of fog, a lot of mist, you go slow. We're going to want to go fast. We're going to want to speed things up. We're a little bit frustrated. It's like, no, I just need to plow forward. It brings us to the Nine of Cups reversed. And the Nine of Cups is we haven't gotten a wish that we had crossed our fingers for, that we had wished for, that we had said, it needs to be like this. And it actually is around something that we've lusted after. So this is Gemini energy. So if you have Gemini in your chart, if you have Gemini in your life, just know that that can be a bit of a difficult energy. But we're seeing this here as is interesting, the repeat of the number six. We're not taking care of ourselves. Six is a very nurturing number, taking care of others, taking care of ourselves. We can really be tired of that, Aries. We can really feel like I've taken care of enough. But here, there is a sense of what we have wished for is what we have lusted after. And Spirit is saying to us, if you embrace your heart and let yourself move forward in what you truly want in your world, like open yourself up to love, and knowing that, yes, it isn't fair and sometimes you get hurt. And it when you open yourself up to love and grace and beauty and all the kind things in the world, and you let yourself be that kind, beautiful energy, life can be a witch with a bee. Like, seriously, it can just hit you right between the teeth. So just right between the eyes. There we go. It's going to be a time where we're going to see that there was something we lusted after. We charged full steam ahead to it, but it wasn't what we loved. It wasn't right for us. It wasn't supposed to be. So just being aware of this during this time, because it's something that keeps on pulling us back. Well, if this didn't work, right? If this went amok, then how will I ever have love in my life again? Or how will we ever heal? How will we ever move forward? Where will we ever be? If we're in a relationship, if we're looking for a relationship, depending on what we're going through and what we have gone through in our past, depends on how this rings true for us. It moves us to our spirit message. Now, if you are interested in entering to receive a free reading, put rain clouds in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on Sunday. So good luck to everyone. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Here we have adventure. We want an adventure. We do, Aries. We kind of thrive on adventures. We are represented, by the god of war. We are ruled by Mars, again, the god of war. And that can be a distasteful thing in our psyches, right? War and violence when it comes to love. They're not really conducive to each other. And yet, was it not Aries and Venus who were lovers in Greek mythology, or Athena, as she was known in Greek mythology, Mars and Venus? So there's passion to us, and there's the passion of the sacred feminine, there's the passion of the sacred masculine. We want the adventure. We want the extraordinary. And it doesn't mean that our life has to be red carpets or, bigger, better, crazy places, topping experiences, everything like that, like one better than the other, better than the other. What if our adventure is to live as our soul dreams, to live, in the love that we want to create in our world, and to be fully and openly and honestly us? That would be kind of cool, and that would be very rare. Let's see what Spirit has to say. With our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is grounding. This is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. We need to be grounded. We need to plant ourselves. We need to stabilize us as we move forward. There is an energy here of nurturing ourselves, strengthening ourselves, moving forward in our grace, in our connection, in what we love, and in what we desire. So that connection with the Earth Star chakra, located 6 inches below our feet, is going to be very impactful. It is going to be very, very powerful. And it moves us to the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels. This is a 2 of swords. We can be stubborn. I laugh because we can be stubborn, Aries. I mean, that is just something that we have been told since we were little. We can be stubborn. My little nephew is an Aries, and I have never met somebody so tenaciously stubborn as him. Actually, he's very much like one of my brothers who's born on the cusp of Aries and Taurus, but like so stubborn. And so here with the 2 of swords, we're just being a bit too stubborn. And we're going to be told that. We're going to see that. We could even think that to ourselves, right? Like we're trying to make one path work and we're thinking, maybe I should give up. But the thing in our head is going to be, well, if I give up, if I walk away, if I step back from this, what if I was just about to succeed, to win, to triumph? And yeah, I mean, that's always the case with things when we decide, okay, I'm going to go another route. I'm going to look at it another way. That we could be right there for a victory, but we could also be at 18 million more hours of banging our head against the wall. So being aware of this is going to be super important. We need to embrace the King of Cups. Now, we could be meeting somebody, male, female, or however they identify, who is the King of Cups, right? Who is this loving, nurturing, compassionate energy, but also so self-assured, so self-confident, so determined and insightful that it's extraordinary, it's beautiful. But that is also us. That is the energy that we are crowned with. It doesn't matter if we're not a king, or it doesn't matter if we are a king. It matters that this is the highest court card in the Minor Arcana love deck, like love cards. We're crowned, right, with red. That is our passion, but that is also the color of Mars. Like if you look back at old French photo, let's do French paintings, right? Everybody wore pink. Why? Pink was a watered down color of red. And it wasn't a feminine color. It wasn't a masculine color. It was the color of Mars. And everybody knew that. And it was a color of peaceful Mars because it was a watered down red, which meant that we weren't at war. We were at peace, but there was still strength and absolute determination to us. So that is here with the crown on his head, that red, that pink right there on the top of his head. I guess it's more red, and then around his throat is that pink. The green, that's the heart chakra, but that's also healing. That's also the liver energy in Qigong. And that's where we can hold a lot of our anger, a lot of our stress. But as we embrace healing, as we embrace peace, we release a lot of the chaos that has been around us, a lot of the chaos that has been trying to pull us in one direction or another. And we start to move forward and say, but this is what I love. And I always see the King of Cups walking so very gently. I don't know about you, but when I was little, I absolutely just adored Native American history and lore. I mean, my mom also loved it, so that's probably where I got it from. But I remember being told that they would walk so lightly in the forest that they wouldn't leave behind footprints. And my mom would say that with such reverence, like just such reverence. And I see that here with the King of Cups, to be able to walk so gently on this earth that we don't leave behind footprints. That would be extraordinary. And that's what happens when we live in love. Now, I remember also hearing that the Greeks there was a saying, like, when you pass, that they stood here, you could see their footprints. They lived so bold and they walked so hard that their footprints embedded in the earth, and they lasted forever. I guess it depends on what you want, right? And so here, there is that sense of moving forward in love and in grace. And when it comes to love in April, it's following our heart. There's something that we lust after that we can absolutely become obsessed with. It can take all our concentration, all our focus. There is somebody that either we really want to grab the attention of, or we can feel forgotten. And so, just be mindful. This could be a time, April can be a time where if we're in a relationship, we can be tempted to want to kind of have an affair, stray, do that. And I cannot tell you what is right or what is wrong, but following your heart in love and gentleness, and knowing that what we cross our fingers for, what we're wishing for, it isn't here. It isn't here in the lust. So just be mindful about that. With the Four of Cups, there's something that we're looking at. And Spirit is going to pull us in a completely other direction. Is it going to be fair? No, it's not. And it's because it isn't fair that we've been looking this direction, this road, this way. It has to be like this. We have to right or wrong. It has to be one certain way. And divinity is going to pull us out of our own heads, out of our own way, and say, I know you're kicking and screaming. I know you don't want this, but you have to walk this path. You have to look at it this way. And it's going to be throwing something at us that can make us feel small, that can make us feel overwhelmed, that can make us feel agitated and annoyed and just like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? But with the Six of Swords reverse, we want to charge forward. And Spirit is saying here, walk gently, walk slowly, be aware of you. Because even though we don't get what we wish for is what we've lusted after. And it can be, when you've wanted to acquire something, you wanted to buy something, you really wanted to buy that something. And it became so important that was the status symbol of I've made it, or that was what you really, 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 really wanted. But then when you got it, you realized it didn't matter. It was just the being able to obtain it is what you wanted. That's the energy here. So just be mindful about this. Just be mindful of either being the object of somebody who wants to obtain you, or you want to obtain something, but once you have it, it's not there. So just be aware of this during this time, Aries. I know it's like, whoa, okay, I wanted a lovely, you're going to meet your soulmate, or you and your partner are going to, become even closer during this time. This is a time where you can feel ignored. This is a time where you can feel frustrated, where you can feel overlooked, where if you're in a relationship, you can sit there and be like, dude, like, what the heck, type of thing. So just be aware of it. But Spirit is saying, move forward in your love. Either the person will follow and see you, or you're going to find that you start walking a path you never imagined for yourself. You never thought could be yours. It was like, it was too precious. It was too beautiful. And it's not going to be two-faced, because the energy with a Gemini energy reverse. Now, this can also be somebody who has very poor communication skills, right? They'll say something and they'll mean something else, or they'll never really follow through on their word, or it'll just be chaos all the time. So just being aware of this is going to be important. But this is somebody who's two-faced. This is somebody who, this is a coming together when it's not blessed. It's not blessed. It's just obtaining. So just be mindful about this during this time, Aries. Our subconscious spirit message is spiritual. Spiritual, not spiritual. I was like, that's a word. Spiritual, reverse. We need to embrace our spiritualness, our spirit of self, whether, you know, whether other people get it or not, to move forward in our connection with divinity and light and grace and beauty. That's going to be important. It moves us to our energy to be mindful of. And that's the chariot reverse. Be mindful. Because during this time, no joke whatsoever, Aries, this is an energy of emotions running amok. We want an adventure. We want to nourish ourselves. We want to grow. We want to, walk in love. But the excitement of what lust can bring can just be all consuming. So just be aware of this. This is going to be energy, whether it's our own energy or somebody else's energy. This is a Cancer energy, so just be mindful that we might not get on as well with Cancers. This is a time frame of June 21st to July 22nd. All right. And Gemini energy is right before that, May 21st to June 20th. But this is emotional energy just running amok. This can be like emotional, like just convulsing, like hemorrhaging, like, oh my gosh, this person is hurting so much that they don't know where to turn. Or you could be hurting so much, you don't know where to turn. So just be aware of this during this time. Subconsciously, what we need to be mindful of is just being drowned in emotion. And here with the King of Cups, it's rising above emotion. It's saying, yeah, the waves are, crashing around me, but I'm not. I'm not immersed in this. This is immersed in it. Okay. Our chakra energy is again the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. This is nurturing. We need to nurture our inner child. We need to nurture what we have thought of as love, what we desire as love, and how we dream of love. And that's what we need to nurture. It's never going to be the fairy tales. It's never going to be the Disney fairy tales. If you go back to the original fairy tales, yeah, life is a little bit more like that. It ends in tragedy. It ends in bittersweetness. It ends in not always the happily ever after. And I'm not saying our life has to be like it was, in the Middle Ages or whenever the stories were penned, because life was brutal and it was hard. But life still holds its brutality and its harshness. When we nurture ourselves and we say, what do I want from love? We sit there and look at all the romantic images that are sold to us and all the beautiful ways that we can consume to be able to be loved and to be able to show love. And then we can start to realize how much money divorce lawyers make. And then like kind of step back and be like, oh, wait a minute. And we can start to say, how do I want to feel? How do I want to connect? But first and foremost, how am I going to love me and show the inner child within me that I get to be loved and that I'm worth it? Because then that love will come forward and that love will stand in us today. And it moves us to our tarot energy. And it's the Empress reverse, which makes all the sense in the world. This is our soulmate energy. We are represented by the Emperor and the Major Arcana, and this is the Empress. This is our soulmate coming forward. And yet it feels like ships in the night passing each other we don't see. So just know that you can meet the love of your life. If you're not in a relationship, if you are in the relationship, you can be in the relationship with the love of your life. And you guys just aren't seeing each other right now. This is healing. This is creativity. This is coming together in love and connection. This is saying, I get to move forward in love. I get to move forward in me. I get to move forward in embracing my joy and myself. And there's a part of us, Aries, that doesn't feel like we are worthy of that for one reason or another. And this is going to be the time where we prove that wrong, most definitely, where we start seeing ourselves walking forward in love in a way that is truly extraordinary. All right, Aries, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of love and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.